What's up, my Pungios? Andy with Andy Vlogs. Excited to share with you guys this content here. As the title suggests, we're going to go over a very comprehensive comparison video of what I think are the 3 best leather cases out there for your iPhone 14, 14 Pro Max, etc. Now, before we jump into it here, I want to let you know, full disclosure, none of these companies reached out to me and gave me these products complimentary. I paid for every penny of it. So you know where my bias is. Very sincere and genuine. Now, this obviously may not be something that you care about, that you're interested in, but it's definitely my opinion here, and doesn't necessarily reflect the company here. A number of facets we're going to be going over: quality of leather, quality of case, how it feels in the hand, what it looks like, how heavy it is. All that good stuff will be reviewed here for you guys right now. Before we jump into it, though, I do have the links down below in the description for the product pricing and availability. They are affiliate links, so you know where that bias is. With that said, let's jump right into it. Now, I'm only going to be going over the Pro and the Pro Max and the iPhone 14. I unfortunately do not have the Pro or the Plus, but the build, the quality, materials, they're all about the same here, so that you know. With that said, starting from center and going outward, we've got the Apple leather. I opted into the midnight leather. And then I went ahead and I picked up Nomad's leather. This is different. This is not the Horween leather. This is their synthetic leather, or their vegan leather. And then we've got the genuine hide Journey leather from a company that sources it for the last 50 or 60 years. Before we jump into what they look like, what I like to do here is I like to weigh my products and show you what that looks like here. Let's start off with the iPhone 14, showing you the Apple product first. We've got the iPhone 14, 0.9 ounces, Nomad, 1.2 ounces, so you've got a little bit more hide there, more leather. 1.3, 1.2 for the Journey. Going on into grams here to show you what that looks like as far as the Apple, 26, 30, 35, 36, so about 9 grams, 10 grams heavier. Interesting. Huh, I wonder why. It's like right on the cusp. One's 35, one is the other one. Let's go ahead and go into the Pro Max here. As you can see, Apple leather. We got 30 grams even. Nomad 41 and Journey 40. So Journey is a little bit lighter than the Nomad. That's interesting. Let's show you here in ounces for you Americans. 1.1 ounces, 1.4, 1.4. So we're about the same. It's roughly the same here. Alrighty, so I'm going to go ahead now and I'm going to show you what each individual one looks like, and then I'll try to compare all 3 of them together. So starting off with the 14, we're going to give you a brief overview of Apple. Their build is completely different than Journey and Nomad. As you can see, you've got leather that wraps all the way around the case. You have a nice microfiber glued in feeling here. It's not as squishy. It is not that rigid, I'll be honest. However, it does seem to be a TPC build and maybe polycarbonate on the sides here. Nonetheless, as you can see, it's sewn in on the edges and it butts up right against your phone. The leather wraps all the way around the bezel as well, which is kind of cool. You can see that depth. On the front side here, you can see the Apple insignia. The hide is all uniform and looks really good. Moving on to Journey here, or Nomad here. Nomad has the most impressive look, I think. I really like the color, the shape. You can see here that the leather does end right here on this seam. It butts up against the case, but it's nice and glued right around the edge. So you do get that edge, but as you may know, this is prone to scuffs and bumps and whatnot. I really like how thick the polycarbonate base is around the edges. It is a little flimsy as well. MagSafe, microfiber lining. And then what's different than all the rest is you have this careful care of attention on the inside. It's got these little grooves that in theory is supposed to, pocket air and provide you extra drop protection. Moving over here to the Journey. Darker hide. This one smells. It smells delicious. If you can say that leather smells delicious. But this is the most genuine, I think. The hide is really, really, really clean. It's tanned really well. Same kind of idea here. It butts up right against the case. However, I don't like how flimsy this edge is. I feel like if it bumps, if it falls, you could have a potential problem. I didn't mention it, but all of the other buttons are aluminum on the other cases, which is nice. And then you have a little bit different microfiber lining here. This one is more spongy, thicker, brown, MagSafe. Goodness. Let's go ahead and move over to the iPhone 14 Pro Max. Same kind of a thing. I'm not going to spend as much time, but you've got more material here. It looks good, but it's not as soft as it was last year. Leather wraps all the way around it. Metallic buttons. Nice punch out. Emboss. I think that looks great. Grabbing the Nomad here, as you guys can see. Nomad. It's almost like a cork feeling. Microfiber material. It kind of moves. Same kind of a build here. I really like that. Gives me comfort, satisfaction. It looks great. This is their vegan, internationally sourced leather. I really like the careful attention up here. Look at that. It bends and it's glued. It's like perfect. It looks really, really good. I like the rib here of the button. Lastly here, let's move over to Journey. Journey's the legitimate real hide. I like this. This is just girthy. It's heavier. It's rigid. It is a little flimsy here. It looks like they build right into it. It kind of concaves. So it's meant to be like that. But I don't know. That seems like that's providing less stability for it. Let's go ahead now and demonstrate placing the phone in the case. Because this is Apple, you're going to be getting the Apple notification that you've put their product in, which is kind of cool. It's that MagSafe notification. You've got the colored case there. As you can see, it definitely wraps around the edge, which is nice. The leather protects it. It's not super thick, so it's giving you maybe a 1/16 of an inch or an 1/8 of an inch. It rubs against the leather, so know that that is going to be a weak point. On the back side, I just really like how this feels. The Apple leather is always my go-to when I want to try to impress, which is kind of superficial, but look at that. Looks great. Buttons are clicky. That's what I always respect about Apple. And it just looks nice. It is difficult to take off, however, it does really grip onto the phone there. Let's go ahead and swap it out for the Nomad. Placing the Nomad here. You're going to see here that it is thicker in general. You get probably an 1/8 of an inch, maybe pushing 1/4 of an inch. But it doesn't touch so much that it impedes your ability to put a screen protector. I like the ribbed buttons there. On the other side, volume rocker. What's nice here about the Nomad is you've got built-in little hooks to be able to put a wrist strap, which is nice. The other ones don't have that. And then it just, oh man, that looks great. I love that leather. It's a little bit lighter than the Horween. Nice and uniform. This is supposed to patina really well over 100 days. Looks great. Trying to keep this going here. Let's go ahead and move on to Journey. Ooh, Journey's a nice snug grip. I like that. And maybe I take that back. I don't like how it's so, thick around the Nomad. This is nice. This gives you that minimalist yet elegant feel. It's nice and rugged. I really like how dark the hide is. It's tanned, uniform, and it looks really, really good. I really like that. This is growing on me. It's so hard to decide. Ugh. Let's move on here to the Pro Max. 14 Pro Max. I turned it off here so you can't see. Place it on there. I do have a screen protector, so what's nice about the Apple is that it does grip around the edge and bezel, but it doesn't impede upon your screen protector, your display island will be, or your dynamic island will be protected. I really like the button cutouts. I like how it's concave right there. It's very clicky. It looks like it's meant to be. I don't know. I really like that. Moving on here to the Nomad. That was a little bit easier to take off. I like that. Nomad case. A little more flimsy, it felt like, upon placing it on there. Button. It's nice and ribby. Oh, look how big that is. It looks great. That is just so seamless. Nomad does a very, very good job. I mean, look at that. That is so awesome. Oof. I really like that. Showing you here that you can get a wrist strap. It looks great. I love me some Nomad. I don't know. Journey's growing on me, though. Journey is growing on me. Grabbing it on there, that's very, very... Ooh, I don't like that look. That is very, very close. Very, very close to my screen protector. Little unfortunate here. It looks like the bezels are a little bit longer than the other two. However, it's not bubbling. It is nice and grippy. Aluminum buttons. Still have access to your do not disturb. It's pretty plain though, but that leather, it smells so good. I mean, it's meant to be on my phone. I can't decide. Let's go ahead now and show you all of the MagSafe that is capable for these devices. I'm going to separate them off and not have a phone on here so you guys can see. We've got the Journey, we've got the Nomad, we've got the Apple. All of these products, all ducks in a row. Ah, it looks so cool. I really like that. Looks great. Okay, so let's go ahead now and place MagSafe on these devices. This is a foldable 3-in-1 from Morpiso. You can just place it on here. Just like that. Sticks on there just fine. Not a problem. All of them have MagSafe compatibility. That's really nice. If you want to add something like... I don't know, like a third-party MagSafe product, you can check this one out. This one's kind of big, so your 14, it's going to hang off, but it's definitely an option. It grabs onto it. All of these are capable. Going into the Pro Max, that looks a little decent. It does line up right against the edge. Looks really good. And then lastly here, you can throw on Apple Wallet if that's something you're interested in. You can throw on the MagSafe from Apple. Looks good. I'm liking that. All right, my pungos. Final verdict. Goodness. I don't know if I really want to give a verdict because each one of these definitely have its strengths, definitely have its weaknesses. Apple, I don't like the wraparound. In the past, it's always just caught on here. However, it's nice having that punch out. It kind of defines you. I like the Journey, but I'm still worried about this edge right here, how it divots in, how it just seems it's not the highest quality polycarbonate material, which leads me to believe that I think Nomad is my winner. It is my tried and true thick hide, careful attention, buttons are clicky, thick. I like the microfiber spongy feel. I just like the Nomad all around. I don't know. It's just me. With that said, guys, this is my opinion. Doesn't necessarily reflect the brands here that I go over. Not a sponsored video. Links, though, are affiliate links that do help out the channel for all the products, if you don't mind. And we are getting way too far into this video. A little too uncomfortable with having it 15 minutes. I'm sorry, but I tried my best to be as comprehensive as I can. Let me know if there's anything I missed. Hit that like button. We'll catch you on the next one.